You're welcome, my people. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. In this video, we want to do a series of topics, and you are welcome to make your contribution. So I put my number and I'll share the link in a little bit so you can join. I want it to be very interactive. That's why I threw the question out first of all on my page, asking what will you want us to talk about. So these are some of the topics I picked up from all the contributions and the suggestions people made. So don't take it against me or be angry that I didn't choose the topic that you wrote, because I feel like somehow it is all into each other. So by and large, we'll still talk about the thing that you wanted us to talk about. Somehow we'll get to it, or you can also join the link and give your own contribution. So I want to start this morning with the bingos that went to 33 police station in Onitsha to go and burn it down. And I'm asking myself, like, what is wrong with these bingos? What is the problem with these young men that they don't value the life that they have, or their people, or their country? We have been talking about all these things, showing you evidence. Still, they will not give. They don't want to yield. So I've shared the latest pictures and videos that is coming from this morning. This happened very early today, overnight today. It happened, and the videos and the pictures are everywhere. Of course, they are not nice pictures. I don't know. Viewers' discretion is advised. If you cannot withstand it, don't watch it. I sent it into my Telegram. I sent it into my WhatsApp, so you can watch the video from any one of them that you want to. So I want to play an audio that came with that video. So I will interpret as need me.
Okay. Yeah, but no Gonmen Biafra attack na 33 police station n'ụtụtụ. Ndị nke ndị agbagburu agbagbu n'ebe ndị agbagbusiri n'ebe come on n'ebe ahụ. So on the non Gonmen Biafra 5 times. Ha kakwa nke ore mmadụ 5 bụ ndị nke agbagburu agbagbu. Ọzọ na 33 police station. So ha succeeded. Ha gbara moto ndị police. About motor police station.
So he's just saying that these are the pictures, like the videos. I share them on Telegram and WhatsApp. That these videos are the videos of these Umu Bingos, Kano, and what is his name? Ekpas Bingos that came to attack that 33 police station. That they were many, that they were very many, but they didn't succeed because they repelled them, and many of them paid their ultimate price. So let me play the second audio that came with those videos.
This is a guys. Ndana sit to home, no election.
So he said that this is what we are talking about, boys, that there were many of them, that they were like maybe up to 30, and they are these boys that are saying no election, and they are coming out en mass. So let's continue.
Information I never this morning.
They went to 33 Onitsha.
33 police station.
33 police station. Onitsha.
Say
then shoot tire.
The police
so police people not knowing that the police were ready for them. Now return fire to them like that. Some of them escaped, some were captured, some died. So he's telling you people that this thing you people are doing is not working again. It's not working. Then they can't say the country no good, but on the put more fire.
I wonder.
He said when you rise up against your own people, that is how it is. You are getting showdown.
So, no election.
So he said, you see them, he said, if you have anybody, you have a brother, a sister that is among the people that are saying this no election in Biafraland, that you tell them to go inside, because even the Biafra that they say is coming, it is the person that is alive that will see it. You know, so I will leave this audio there because that's just the bottom line. You cannot fight government who Mubingo. You people are not hearing me. You can, like, the person that will divide Nigeria, they never born that person. Go and write it somewhere. You cannot divide Nigeria. You cannot, but you can destroy your life. You can divide yourself. You cannot divide Nigeria. Go and write it somewhere. I said it today. I've been saying it. The person that will divide Nigeria, they never born her. So if you have all those umokoko that all these bingos in abroad, like Donald Azubike is paying for them to be in the bush, to come from inside the bush to go and be attacking police station in the name of no election in Biafraland, in the name of they want to restore Biafra. Hear this. You cannot stop election. If at all, maybe in that southeast region, people out of fear and concern for their life, they will not come out. But that is it. That is it. You cannot exceed that place. So you will end up shooting yourself in the foot, and you are doing yourself. You are doing yourself. You are not doing any other person. So I'm just saying, this is my own take. I'm telling you guys, all of you that are listening to Simon Ekpa, that is telling you no election, and he's sitting down in Finland. He's sitting down with his family in Finland, but he's feeling powerful, dancing, having a good time. And you moguls, you still see him as your second savior. They are saying, oh, he's a God saying, he's not a don't go there, woman, don't do this. I'm looking at you people. We will see. We will see whether the election will hold or not. We will see. So, my people, moving on to the next thing I wanted to talk about is Gistlover has been dishing out so many information, but none of those information is new to us. Ijele was making a lot of videos and talking about the rot that is in the system in Anambra State, right? So we know. So it is up to the Anambra people to rise up to whatever is going on there, right? So they should not bother us. Maybe they have the big billionaire. This one that we are still talking small is because it's going through the whole of the southeast. So Anambra people, the people that they are mentioning their name, you know them. They are not from the sky. You know their families. You know where they come from. So you people should organize and find out from the people that they are asking and do your own investigation and know what the problem is and what the solution can be. Yeah. So I don't buy all this narrative of calling for the public. This is something that's happening in your local. Show your power and your intelligence there and deal with the situation. Like this issue of the widow and the Reverend Father I was talking about. I caught the video from Ijele and posted yesterday. You can see it's part of the injustice. So the churches, they are doing injustice. The police people are doing injustice. The rich people are doing injustice. Everywhere is a free for all. So this is your society. Deal with it. Save yourself first. Like you say, you want to go and save Nigeria. Save yourself first. Save yourself. Yeah. So happy Sunday, Alex. So the next thing I want to talk about is 1 week to election. So the question is, what are your expectations and who is your choice and why? I would like us to talk about that one. Like, what are your expectations and why? Why are those your expectations? So I will share the link. Oh, that is wrong. Just a minute. Let me share the link. So you are welcome to, I wanted to do, so I've shared the link now. I'll share the link. So sometimes you may hear the voices of my kids, but it's okay. Justice said that there will be no winner, and he doesn't see any of the any of the candidates meeting the 25 in 25 states threshold. Okay, so you're welcome to call in also. Let me put my number. So this is the number to call to make your contribution. So it's going to be an open session. If you want to join, you can join. If you want to contribute, you can contribute. But I'd like to make reference to something that our brother posted. Our brother Henry Chimeze posted a while ago, I think some days ago. And I will share that post here. So he's saying that which of the political parties in Nigeria will make a case for the hourly pay to be introduced in Nigeria? So that means for people to get their wages paid hourly. Like when it comes down to it, I feel like the main issues that are supposed to be addressed are not being addressed. Rather, we are addressing other things. It doesn't matter your view of the candidate. The important thing is to lay the need of the country at this point and put the political perspective or the manifesto that they have delivered and weigh it. Which of the political party is able to meet this need at this point in time? So one of the questions is which of the political party in Nigeria will make a case for hourly pay to be introduced in Nigeria? Yeah. So another case is for mandatory healthcare insurance policy. Yeah. So a mandatory healthcare insurance policy so that people can get healthcare, like basically introducing a healthcare system. One of the reasons why Nigerian nurses and doctors are running away from Nigeria to go to other places is because there is no healthcare system in Nigeria, like a system that is all inclusive, bringing all the different disciplines of medicine and care together and giving every citizen the care that they need. So it's like a free for all. It's like an open market. Just come and buy and sell, do what you want. So when our doctors are leaving Nigeria, they are going into a place where they have a system. So when you have a system, you understand, so you can see where the need is and they can say they need this, then they take people from other places and fit in where they are missing people. And those of our doctors that go abroad, they will tell you that they have never worked so hard because what they are doing in Nigeria is like freelance. They are doing as they like, they are lackadaisical. But when they are abroad, you come for your shift, you work your shift full time. Like in Nigeria, you can come to work, you feel like going home, you go home, and nobody is going to question you, and you will get your salary. But you don't do that. In abroad, you clock in. When you are coming, you clock out, because there's a system that is keeping everything in check. Then another thing is which political party is introduce I will post it in a little bit, to introduce a mandatory healthcare system. Yeah. And so for you to have that mandatory healthcare system, you have to have an insurance policy, a healthcare insurance policy, so that you pay into that healthcare insurance. Everybody pays into that healthcare insurance. So from the process of that healthcare insurance, people can go and assess medical needs without having cash in hand, right? So these are the things that will really change the life of people. I feel like Nigeria is too centered on the persons, on the personalities or whatever. And when I listen to the political debate, even the journalists, I don't see them even asking them any of the questions that will affect the people. And that is why after every election, people will just go back to their normal life. Why? Because at the time of campaign, the right questions, the right needs are not put forth and as a demand. And so you cannot even hold the person and say, you didn't meet this need, you didn't meet this promise. Yeah. Number to call in from a bingo. Hey, bingo, please go to your bingo department, okay? At the end of the day, so these are the things that me I'm putting in mind. And then another thing is the insurance policy that I was talking about. Insurance policy, and that will be introduce a national social welfare system and compact programs. Introduce a national welfare system is like a welfare system that we cater for people who don't have a job, who are incapacitated, like all these our teeming youths that they don't have any job. Like if you can give them a minimum stipend that they can actually know that where their next meal is coming. And there's a program, for example, for orphans, for example, for widows, that they can have access to food, the basic minimum. So we have a situation whereby the state of Nigeria is not taking care of the people in any capacity. All man for himself. That is why there is high criminality, because you are not giving people welfare, you are not giving people health care, you are not giving people anything, you are not even looking out to provide jobs in any way. And so the people are left on their own. And when people are left on their own like that, is all free for all criminality, all you can steal, all you can take, right? uh okay, what else was he talking about? Compact welfare program, introduce senior citizens welfare, and make child benefit payments compulsory. Ensure no Nigerian child is expected to do child labor due to family financial circumstances. Introduce housing benefit and student loan system. Support for struggling families who have fallen on hard times. So yeah. Oh, I didn't even know that I didn't post it. So this is what we are talking about. This is supposed to be the anthem for what we should be expecting, or which political party. Good afternoon, Osaro. Happy Sunday. So my people, if you will ask me, I will say that if you are making a choice, maybe this should be a guideline to the choice. But is there any political party online to the elections that has any of this, that is offering any of this? I don't know. So you can call in, like I said. You can also join the stream. I've shared the link so you can give us your own perspective, right? Yeah. At the end of the day, only, of course, one candidate will emerge as the president. But let's not forget, there will be presidents, and there will be governors, there will be senators, right? House of Rep members, all those kind of things. Yeah. Yeah. So what do you people think? Is there any of the parties that is going to deliver on any of this? Which of the political party in Nigeria will make a case for hourly pay? Hourly pay is good, because this 9 to 5 that people are doing, then you will spend all your day there, they will exploit you, and then at the end of the month they will say they will pay you so amount. It's exploitation. But if someone is able to pay you per hour, you can actually know the job you are doing, and you know that you are being compensated fairly for the job that you are doing, for the labor you are putting in. You understand me? So if they make hourly pay compulsory, then you that you come to work, you will also work hourly, so your hours will count. Really, your hours that you put in will count, and nobody will exploit you, and you too, you will not give less than you are expected, and expecting the full payment. Not like teachers, they will not go to teach. Civil servant, they will not show up, but they will get their salary. So if you introduce hourly pay, right, especially in the labor, in the industrial department. It will help to boost their economy. It will help to give people job. So you can say, okay, give somebody 4 hours a day, give somebody 6 hours a day. Somebody can work 8 hours according to your capacity, according to how you are able to. But this blanket 8 to 12, 8 to, is it 8 to 15? I don't even know how many hours they are. Yeah, so this is just to so if you want to join, I've shared the link again. You can join with any of this link, depending on the platform you are watching from. So who is your candidate and why? So have your say. What are your expectations? And for me, I would place my yardstick on this point, that any candidate that is even talking about any of these points, because these are the things that will actually affect the life of people directly. Like if you introduce a healthcare system, if you introduce a welfare system that can meet people at the lowest end of their life, if you can stop child labor, like what of all these policies is anybody thinking about? A healthcare system with healthcare insurance, that everybody can go to and access medical care with the help of healthcare insurance. So you don't have to pay out of pocket, right? So you don't have to pay out of pocket. So I think these are the things that will really make impact in the life of people, regardless of where that person is coming from, whoever, which political party. I'm just like saying, if I were you, these are what I would check. Like, which of the political party is even presenting any of these points as a goal that they want to meet with their candidates. That is how I will evaluate it, right? And for example, a national social welfare system is a system that will be able to, for example, in your locality, you can go to the local government chairman. They will have something like they used to have it in Nigeria, essential commodities. If you're in a place, you have a card, you have a record, and they can give you something on the basis of, you understand that you don't have anything, you don't know where your next meal is coming from. Oh, my brother, you're welcome back.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. My own first, to me, the way I see we have three leading candidates.
Okay.
Peter B, Tinubu, and Atiku.
Yeah.
For me, out of the three, for what I can see, Obi is the best.
Okay.
That's for me. Obi is the best.
Yeah. So
basically
the
itself.
is the Labour Party looking into any of these points that we're presenting here? Like,
no, he's majorly focusing on the economy.
Okay.
Moving Nigeria to a consuming from a consuming economy to a productive economy.
Okay.
And now we are only consuming. And if from his analysis, if he can achieve what he's saying, I mean, our economy will be good. And that's a major problem of African society. We have a terrible economy.
Okay.
That's why the people are wallowing in poverty.
Okay.
Now, in Nigeria, as is, we don't vote competence.
Okay.
Competence. We only vote on sentiment, based on sentiment.
Okay.
Either, if you look at it, we may actually vote across religious lines or across ethnic lines, and that's how it has been. And I don't see that one's changing in future. No talk of in present. Now, for my analysis, I'm not seeing Tinubu on the ballot. What I mean that I don't see him on the ballot, except Tinubu find a way of bringing the election, I don't see him winning.
Okay.
And here's some analysis.
Okay.
Now let's go to the southwest where he come from.
Okay.
Tinubu has gotten a divided home. Tinubu has gotten a divided home. Obi have encroached into his territory.
Okay.
That's the blind truth. From analysis, I expect Tinubu to win the southwest, but the gap between him and Obi will not be wide.
Okay.
And it probably you won't be surprised if Obi will southwest. I won't be surprised. Now, going to the southeast, I don't expect Tinubu to do well in the southeast.
Okay.
Moving to the south, I don't expect you to do well there either. Now let's come to the north. Tinubu will do apart from the southwest. The north, that's why we have showing, but the show will not be much. So, given my eyes, I don't expect Tinubu to win the election because we vote based on sentiment in Nigeria. In the north, they would like to vote their own, but because of the Muslim ticket, he may have what? He may have a way. He may have little votes, not too much. That's why I say I'm not seeing Tinubu on the ballot. Now, for my analysis, the two major contenders are Atiku and Obi. Let me give you how I feel like Obi can win the election. Obi will have a very good result in the southwest. Okay. Now let's go to the southeast. Anything that happened in the southeast today is harming Obi, is not harming anybody.
Okay.
Because that is his own territory. No vote. They will fresh people. Now, in fact, I expect them in the southeast to have the lowest turnout of votes compared to the previous one because of the problem there. So if we have votes, Obi will have vote in the southeast, but the vote will not be much because of the crisis in the southeast. In the south, I expect him to do well there also. Now, in the middle belt, Benue, Plateau, all those areas, I expect him to do very well because of what? The high number of Christians there. Because we vote on, as I said, we vote based on sentiment, not based on capacity. In the north proper, I don't expect the Muslim Northerners to vote for him. I don't expect money, but the Christian Northerners will give him a block vote. The Christian Northerner will give Obi his block vote. So he will encroach into the north. Given this analysis, Obi can win the election. Again, there is possibility for Atiku to win the election. Atiku, he will win the large part of the north. Because the reason why I give Atiku another chance of winning is that Atiku come from a region which have the largest number of voters. Which is the north.
Yeah, but even with the largest number of voters, everybody needs 25%.
No, listen to my analysis. He can win because he has the largest number of voters. Now, if he gets his own base, now he just need 25% of other regions. West and the south have 25 from that area, and he can win. So, given the analysis, the major two contenders are Obi and Atiku, based on our sentimental. But me, I'm still giving Obi an edge because in the north, I live in Kaduna. Almost every Christian you meet on the road, which are northerners, they are voting Obi.
Okay.
Almost all of them. So you will encroach into the north. Now, any encroachment that both Tinubu and Kokoso take out of the north, they are only hurting Atiku. Any vote they come get, because I don't see them winning. But if you look at the narrative design, if you look critically, I think the president knows that the presidency knows that the Atiku Tinubu camp want to use money for this election, and they already have the money in stock. They now change the money close to the election. If you look at it very well, is the APC, a faction of APC that is supporting Tinubu, that is crying foul,
Okay.
that is complaining about the narrative design.
Okay.
So this analysis that I've given, they know the analysis very well. Therefore, they need money to do these things, so that if not, they know he won't have much in the south, except in the southwest, which Obi have taken over. That's where he will get votes. Apart from the southwest, I don't see Tinubu as anywhere except in the north, which any vote is getting out of the north is only hurting Atiku.
Okay.
So the major front runner of this election is Obi and Atiku. One of them will emerge. The only thing that will make Tinubu emerge is what they are planning to do.
Okay.
And with the president and the CBN, I think they are fighting against it. This narrative design is done. They time it close to the election. They know what they are doing, because these people already have old money in stock,
Okay.
which they want to use to rig the election.
Okay.
Now, if you see all these protests all over, if you like, there is no single protest anywhere in the north.
Okay.
There is no single protest anywhere in the north.
Why?
Because Atiku camp feels that they don't even need to rig the election for them to win. That they just need to capture the north, take 25% for each region of the south, they can win. But
do you see PDP getting 25% from any region from the south, which will be and Atiku and Tinubu in the southwest and southeast?
Now, I don't really see them getting that much from the south, but they will try as much as possible, if they can use the governors there, anything, to just at least get that 25%. But to my analysis, Obi is ahead. Obi is ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. I don't know. Does anybody have a counter?
Obi is ahead.
A counter.
Let me add this. All these protests you are seeing in all those areas of the south, they are instigated violence.
Okay.
Some of these people, people in the protest, they don't have money in the bank. Many of them don't have money in the bank, and they are protesting. I saw a video in Lagos the other time. They actually brought people in the bus to come and cause violence. For me, seriously, Obi is still a step ahead, because Kokoso in both Kanu and Jigawa states, you will do something special to beat him in both
Just
two
a
states.
minute. Let's round up with the brother, then you can continue. Yeah.
both in Jigawa and in Kano, you would do something special to beat Konkoso in those two states.
Okay, so my brother, just round up so that we can give another person
So
chance.
that's my analysis.
So
I have
your own
no
analysis
much
is that Obi is in the lead in this election,
lead.
and that
Yes.
Obi
No.
can make, like in your analysis, Obi has the southeast and the south, and we share the southwest with Tinubu, and in the north central, and also in the northeast, right? That's what you are
The
saying,
no-
right?
in the north, you will have
The
vote from
whole
the
of the
Christian.
north.
The Muslim will not vote for him. The Muslim will not vote for him. The Christian,
The Muslims will
the
not vote
Christian,
for him, but the
they
Christians
will
will
not
vote
vote for
for
him.
Obi.
Yeah,
So
they
that
will. They
Muslim,
will.
the Christians voting for Obi will give him the 25% he needs in
In
those
in
regions.
fact,
That's what you are saying.
far more. Like here in Kaduna State, you can get up to 45% because of the Christian
Okay.
population.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Well,
my people, you
okay.
have heard the contribution of our brother in his analysis, and he has put it forth. I think I will cut out this part of the video and repost it so everybody will have it. So thank you so much. Yeah. Let's hear from our brother. Hello.
Hello, blessed.
Hello.
Yeah, thank you for your work. I appreciate what you are doing along with others from Biafraland, Ijela Express. Well, I heard what our brother was saying, but just like you have always known, our people are usually very emotional on things that demand analytical mind.
Okay.
Obi, quote me anywhere. Election is 6 days to go. Obi stands no chance in this election. At the end of the day, we are going back to what Soludo said earlier. Obi would have made a better chance in the next election if he had started preparing the structure from this election by following the initial advice that came from Soludo.
No. Wait first. Let's not go back. He would have, he should have. That, we are beyond that now. The election is before us. So we are looking at the facts on ground, the situation right now. And we are asking, what are your expectations? Who is your choice and why? And, what are your projections, basically, based on the facts?
I'm going there.
So our brother have said that from his own perspective, from his own projection, Obi is in the lead, and he has given the reason why, that Obi is clearly in the lead to get all the Christian votes from the north, and in the northeast and the north central, that he has made a great inroad, that Obi has also the possibility to take up to 25% of the southwest, and Obi has the north, the southeast and the south in his pocket. So that projects Obi right to the front. So I would like to have a counter narrative from you.
Yeah, that's where I'm going to. But
Okay.
I'm trying to lay the foundation before I proceed. You see, anybody telling you that Obi is going to control 25% from the southwest is joking, or the person probably has not been following the political nature of Nigeria. That look, as it is right now, people are trying for change. Yes. The youth are looking for change. Yes. But the big question now is, how many of these people actually have their PVCs, and how many of them are going to be able to go out to vote? If you look at it very well, I'm putting it on record. After the election, we'll come back to it. The majority of voters in this coming election are not active on the platforms that have been lending people to be born. If you conduct any polls on media right now, on social media, Obi is going to be head and neck above others. But the reality is going to be a lot of difference. Obi cannot take the chunk of the Christian vote in the north. I'm telling you now.
Why not? Why not?
Good. Let's look at it. This issue of Christian vote in
I
the
hope you
north.
people can
The
hear
origin
him
and
very
extent.
well. Let me get the feedback that you are hearing him. Yeah. Continue, my brother.
So, okay, this issue of Christian vote in the north, the origin started when a particular section of APC members in the north who wanted to get the VP slot first lighted when the decision was for a Muslim. Okay, I'm talking about the Noah and the rest of them. And they now based this on religion. That if Tinubu is a Muslim, why would he choose another Muslim? Does it mean that the Christians don't have mouth?
Okay.
From there, they galvanized themselves together and were able to get sympathy from other people in PDP and became a force to start the narrative of no Muslim ticket. Now, let's move from there. What then happened after that galvanizing was done? This same set of people could not agree with each other. They eventually broke into two parts. A part went to PDP, and another part are with OB. Now, APC, on the other hand, took their lead for the presidential campaign to be a Christian. So in the north as well, what do you see? At the end of the day, you are seeing the Christian vote in the north divided in three parts. The part that went to P2B that came out from APC, the part that went to Atiku that came out from APC, and the part that the leader in APC is able to hold. Nobody, I repeat, nobody can vote of P2B controlling the majority Christian vote in the north. We need to wake up and face the reality. Now, coming down to the southeast, P2B is going to have a landslide. Anambra State, Ebonyi State, Imo State to a level, River State, River State to be close to average. Okay, Cross River to also be close to average, The truth is that he's going to make a good showing in the southeast.
Okay.
But when it comes down to south-south, he's not going to have a say in the south-south. He will barely struggle to get 25% in the south-south. He will barely struggle to get it. But I'm beating my chest to it that he's not going to keep 5% in the whole of Southwest.
Okay.
This politicking is much more than the analysis we are seeing.
Okay.
We have to look into to the structure. In Lagos, for instance, the majority of votes that P2B is going to command in Lagos, they come from the Igbo-dominated community, which is Amuodofi area. If you come out from Amuodofi area in Lagos, P2B is not going to have a good showing in Lagos. Mark my word, Saturday is just needed to go.
So just let me interrupt you a little bit. So there is a poll that was out on the 15th of February, like 3 days ago, and that poll was saying that poll shows that P2B remains top pick for Nigerian president. So it says it was in the daily. They say in the latest poll, 21% of participants said they've decided to vote for Mr. P2B of the Labour Party, over 13% proposing to vote for Bola Tinubu of the ruling party APC, and 10% in favour for Atiku of the main opposition political party. And mind you, Kwakwanso is actually nowhere to be found in this poll. So what is your take on this? I mean, this is on Nigerian dailies, not from me. I'm showing it as I'm reading it here.
I'm going to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Thank you for talking about polls.
Yeah.
The question I'm going to ask you is this. How many polls have actually projected winner for this election? That is one. Two, how many polls have projected P2B? How many polls have projected Tinubu? And how many polls have projected Atiku? Remember what I told you at the beginning. I said, if you conduct any form of polling right now, especially if you have to go through media, the social media, for instance, or areas that are social media active, or places that are connected to social media apparatus, you are going to have people be going head and neck over. Look, just a few days ago, another poll said it's Tinubu. We must not get this twisted. I'm telling you now that because of the the nature that you are awake and they are clamoring for this thing, and because they are the ones that usually reached by this poll. Any poll can easily tell you people, but on the day in the field, it's going to be quite different. Secondly, when you also talk about this poll, remember that the percentage is given for undecided. Now, what is the percentage of this undecided? And the question is, why are they undecided? So, another point is, I'm a researcher, I'm a scientist.
Yeah,
When
so I want to show you
conducting
another
data.
poll before the one that came before the one I just showed. This one was on the 8th of February, and the one I just showed you was
I'm
on the
coming.
15th, right? And this one
Blessed
says
am I coming.
again, Obi
Blessed
expands
am
lead. Okay.
I'm coming. Blessed am I coming. I'm a scientist, okay? We need to tell ourselves the truth. When you want to conduct research in the West or even in any other place, the results and the procedure give you better outcome than when you have to do with Africa for obvious reasons. I'm a scientist and I'm an authority at that. I will review my data further beyond this. But I'm telling you right now that when you take demographic data from Africa, most times they are not exactly the full representative. These folks are talking about whether they use telephone, whether they send people on the field and the rest of them. Anybody you call to give you a response can say anything. There is no veracity to these people that participated in the polls having their PVC. Of course, they will ask them, do you have PVC? They will say yes. Are you going to do this? They will say yes. Let's wait until we get to the field. For the first time, these polls are going to be proven wrong on Saturday.
Okay.
Most of the scientific data are emanating from Africa, whether conducted by WHO or whoever, they are usually distorted. I know what I'm talking about because of the difficult nature and terrain of Africa. Look, whatever poll you have, there is no guarantee that the people that participated in this poll are going to be actually involved in the election on Saturday. And people can give you any response when you're conducting polls, especially when you have to do elections and things that are emotionally driven like politics at now. Let's wait till we get to the polls. It's going to be interesting. It's not too late to go.
Okay.
But I'm saying right now that people will come distant first.
Okay.
That is my prediction.
So our brother, you didn't even tell us your name and where you are calling from. You mind telling us your name, or so that we can have that on record that you are projecting Obi for distant third?
Okay, you can call me John. Don't call me Dr. John, okay?
Okay.
I'm calling from Florida.
Okay, our brother, he said his name is Dr. John, calling from Florida. His projection is that Obi is going to make a distant third. And our brother that first made the first contribution made the projection that Obi is going to be in the lead. So let's hear more of your contributions. We want to hear somebody that will speak for any of the other candidates, especially Kwakwanzo. Nobody is mentioning him. Is he still in the run? What is going on with him? What about Atiku? What about, let's hear what you have to say. You can call in or you can join. It's just a few days to election. And let's know your choice, why you are making the choice, and what your expectations are, and what your projection for the outcome of the elections are. Thank you so much, my brother.
Yeah, thank you. Blessed on my side now.
Yeah. So my people, the floor is open. Let's hear from you. Let's hear from your candidate. What do you have to say? So this poll is projecting Obi to be the winner, and this poll is being done by, according to the poll, this poll is being done by, according to the statement released on Tuesday, by Steers. So Steers, the people that conducted this poll is from an African-focused data-driven company founded at the London School of Economics. This company said that this year's electoral poll and prediction model indicates that Peter Obi is Nigeria's most popular presidential candidate and should win the presidential ticket as long as Nigeria follow through on their stated intent to vote. So this is the condition, that as long as the people that they have asked so far and they have said they are going to vote Obi, if they go ahead to vote Obi, their projection is that Obi is in a clear lead to be Nigeria's president because he's in the majority and he's the most popular according to this poll. So let's hear your own take and what you have to say. I will, in the meantime, let me look if there are polls that are projecting any other candidate of the Nigerian election to win. Hello, my brother. You're welcome.
Hello, good evening, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, and happy Sunday to everyone.
I wish you the same.
I hope I'm coming out clear.
Yeah. I hope for the viewers too.
Let me introduce myself. This is Henry Chimezie. I'm reaching you from London. Basically, each time they release these polls, they just have the intention to create a false hope.
Okay.
Because everybody knows what a poll is. It's just a collection of a sample size, which is not the whole sum of the population.
Okay.
Now, this poll, it was done online. The majority of the vast voters are not even online. They don't participate in these polls. You know, so that's really by the side. My candidate is Rabi Musa Kwankwaso.
Okay.
But as it stands, you know, he would only give a run for the money. But, you know, I've looked at the indices and everything. I'm not here to say it, but the likely candidate that wins this election is APC.
Okay.
Anybody can argue with this, but I'm saying this based on the structures I'm seeing on ground. Because, hey, I can go back to the statistics of previous elections, and I can look at, you know, the voting pattern. It always comes from the north. And, you know, he was in Maiduguri the other day. Those, you know, that crowd is intimidating.
Okay.
And secondly, things have been going on, structures have been collapsed. Say, for example, the southwest of Nigeria, you know, a particular local government areas, members of the Labour Party has collapsed, has joined the APC.
Okay.
And these guys are only reaching for what, you know, they are brokering a deal. I say this because simply, Nigeria as it stands now, none of our political parties are grounded on ideologies. The only thing most of us as Nigerians are doing, we're either supporting a candidate or a political party. We don't even understand the ideology. We don't even understand, you know, the motive or the
their intent. Yeah.
But, you know, I'll say from what I've seen so far, you know, APC will take a lead.
Okay.
Then followed by PDP that will give them a run for the money. Kwankwaso can win some, you know, fragments of the election, but he will not be able to get that electoral college, if I use the word, you know, they recommended 25% votes. But, you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is. So, but the only thing I'll say, like, you always advise, you know, those of them who are back home who could vote. If it's not conducive for them, they shouldn't be voting.
Yeah.
And bless them. Once again, I say thank you so much for all you're doing. The basic thing I called in was because of those polls, because anybody that understands research methodology should know this. You know, every sample is just, you know, every poll is just a sample, not the whole population. At the end of the day, underage voting is paramount in the north, so they are not part of that population. And the aging population, the elders, and those who vote in block, they are not part of it. But in all, let's just pray we'll have a free and fair election and a transition, and let's keep pushing.
Okay.
But the only thing I know, like us as Nigerians, we are fond of this. After the election, 99% of us who are political savvy today will all go to sleep and wait for 2031 to start, you know, 2027 to start all over again. Thank you so much, blessed man.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. So our brother is putting his own projection on Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, even though his candidate of choice is Kwankwaso. He's actually projecting Obi lower, like in a fourth position, right? If I got that right. So our brother is saying that he's from his own projection. This is what he's saying. Hello?
I got that right. So,
hello, bless God. Good afternoon, madam.
Hello, good afternoon. You're welcome to our program. So we are talking about who is your choice and why, and what are your expectations. What is your projection for the election, the forthcoming Saturday? So the floor is yours. Yeah.
All right. I think it was Chimeze who just called.
Yes.
I called now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my name is Amanet, and I'm calling from Germany here.
Okay.
My candidate is actually Musa Rabiu Kwankwaso.
Oh, okay.
But I know in my heart, I know he's not going to win. But my reason for choosing Kwankwaso is because in all of the candidates that are running for this next presidential election, he's the most qualified, he's the most educated, and he's the person who has more experience on what governance is all about.
Okay.
You said what? Come again?
No, I'm just listening.
Okay. So for me, he's somebody who has the capacity to actually run a country, because if you look at his performance when he was governor of Kano State, in comparison to every other person who is contesting, who especially the candidates of people like Peter Obi and Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I think for me, Kwankwaso is more experienced, and he actually did more work for his people compared to the rest. But I know he's not going to win. I know the APC government, they are going to win because Tinubu and he's going to use the power of incumbency and all of that to actually sail through. Then I'm looking at also the PDP coming second, and Peter Obi coming even distant third. So this is how I have been able to forecast my own, from my own perspective, looking at the conditions on ground. Yeah, this is just my own few contributions.
So our brother has said here that, let me ask you, our brother has said here that Kwankwaso has endorsed Atiku indirectly. That's why he's missing in action for some time now. What do you have to say?
No, I know Kwankwaso has repeatedly come out to debunk that narrative that he endorsing Atiku. So it's just a rumor that came up. Kwankwaso is actively, I have my friends in Kano, because I actually schooled in the north, and I have a lot of my friends who are indigenous of Kano, and they are very active supporters of the person of Musa Kwankwaso. So nothing like that. In fact, as we speak today, this evening, there's a local government, forgotten the name, where they are going from house to house, trying to encourage people, tell people about Kwankwaso, why they need to vote for him and all of that. So Kwankwaso did not endorse anybody. He's still very much in the race.
Okay, that's good to know. So our brother, you can hear what he said. So thank you so much for your contribution. You are projecting.
Thank you, bless them.
Tinubu, right? Did I get you right?
Yes, Tinubu. Yes, Tinubu is going to win.
Okay, so he's projecting Tinubu, and our first brother projected Obi, and our second brother also said Obi he's not going, he's going to make a distant third. So right now is 3 against 1. So let's hear your contributions. Thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
So let's hear your contributions. And who are you voting for? Why you are voting for the person, and what are your projections? So, like I've shown you the polls, the polls are suggesting that it's Obi that is the favorite, is the most popular among Nigerians. And the poll is a sample of the population, so we know that, right? Hello?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Phil Dr. Jones from Florida.
Okay.
I actually didn't say clearly whom I was projecting.
Yeah, I thought about that. In a split second. Yeah.
And I want to quickly say something about Kwankwaso.
Yeah.
Just in line with what my brother said just now. See, Kwankwaso is the most qualified as it stands. I agree. But Kwankwaso is a smart person. What Kwankwaso is preparing for is different from what Atiku and Tinubu are preparing for. Kwankwaso is looking at possibility of a big run. He's looking at a possibility to become a force to the bargaining table. His Kwankwaso is historical. Everything Kwankwaso is doing right now is just trying to lay foundation for the future. This is exactly what we're expecting our brother Obi to do. What Kwankwaso is preparing for is that in case there's going to be a second option, people like you will be called to bargain because they will need him to support somebody. So
let me ask you again. Who did you project to win again?
WhatAare is going to win.
Okay. Followed by Atiku. So like I feel like you are basically in the mindset of the old politicians and the way that things are done of old. You are not giving room that there can be a new innovation, a change of the way things are done, because why not that? Why does Kwankwaso has to wait until he's invalid, that he is no longer strong? He's here now and he's in the game.
Can I explain?
Yeah.
Okay, let me explain to you. Initially I told you something. I told you that I am of scientific background as a scientist. When you want to make any statement about anybody's purpose, you just have to look empirically at the person's action and effort. The campaign nature of Kwankwaso's political ambition in this election says this all. If Kwankwaso is interested in winning this election, he would have had more showings in regions that are different from where he's coming from. How many showings did Kwankwaso make in the Southwest? How many showings did he make in the Southeast? How many shows did he make in the South?
You have a point, yeah.
Summarize this all. He didn't make much effort. He made little effort in other regions. He didn't want to commit much resources. Or should we say he's working within what he has? Or whatever. But the truth is that he has not made a footprint. You cannot compare his efforts to that of Obi, Atiku, or Tinubu.
Okay.
These are the people that have their eyes on the goal.
Okay.
But he is trying to create a political relevance.
Okay.
To be a power broker when the show comes to shove.
Okay.
You have to look at what the person has done before you can. I didn't tell you that Obi is futuristic. I didn't tell you Obi was preparing for a rerun. I didn't say so.
Yeah.
But I said that about Kwankwaso.
Yeah, you did.
Based on what we are seeing on ground.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for that contribution and also making it very clear, your own projection. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. So my people, it's been almost an hour and a half, and I don't know what you will take away from this video. I hope for the best in the coming elections. I pray that you stay safe, you and your families, and the bingos that are being sent to go and do no election, no in Biafraland. I don't know, maybe your life is not valuable for you. I'm sorry to break it down to you. They never born the person that will divide Nigeria. You will not know rich. So you people should go and take several seats back there somewhere and watch events unfold. So I wish you all a very good week ahead. Happy Sunday to you once again, and have a great time during the elections. I hope that we will see us and we will see what our projections have been. Personally, when I'm looking at everything that everybody is saying, I'm thinking more like none of the candidates is going to have a clear-cut win. I'm actually looking at a rerun, some kind of rerun, because if I'm looking that Obi has the Southeast and the Southwest, and he will make some inroads in the Northwest and in the North Central and Northeast, and I'm also looking at the same way from Asiwaju, that he's going to take the Southwest, and he will also make inroads in the Northeast and the Northwest and something like that. And the same thing with Atiku. I'm looking at Atiku will have his base in the Northwest, and he he will barely make any input in the southeast and the south side. So it's like, almost like Wazobia. Everyone is going to anchor from their bases and make a little bit of inroad, and somehow it's not going to come together to the overall majority that is needed, that may require a rerun. But this is my own thinking, so we'll have to wait and see. So see you next time in the next video. I will cut out this part of the video and repost it so that we'll have it together in one piece, our projections and our thoughts and expectations for this coming election and the next administration. Bye for now.